Okay, every lesson I record. Why is that such a big deal for you guys? Well, if you are absent at any time, and I'm not talking home, you're learning remotely with me. I'm talking you're sick, you got a band lesson, you're on vacation, and you just don't get the notes for that day. I have a YouTube page that you guys should be subscribing to, and I'll get to how to do that in a second, where I put all the videos. All right, so you can see right now, here's my YouTube page. I have some from June because that's when we ended school last year, but you just find Honors Geometry BC, the date you missed, and you watch the video and take the notes, just like you guys were here. All right, so if you are absent in this class at any time, you want to go to the YouTube page and watch the video for that day. Could you ask a friend if you have any? Sure. Could you come in for extra help or join a Google Meet with me for extra help after school to find out what you missed? Sure. But I think the easiest way, guys, is to go to the YouTube page if you're absent. Okay? So that's why I'm going to be recording all the period 4 lessons. All right? All right. Next up, let's go to Google Classroom. You guys can stay on this screen with me, or you can go to our Google Classroom page. It's up to you what you want to do right now. All right. I said in my intro video, I don't use the stream at all. All right. It's very rare that I post any announcements. Where I usually need you guys to go is the Classwork tab. That's where everything is organized for you guys to read. Start of school year info. I'm not going to go over everything here. All right, I'll let you guys, if you haven't already worked with it, definitely take about 5 to 10 minutes to make sure you know what each piece is. The syllabus is on there, which I will go over with you in a second. Textbook instructions, I'll go over that later on in class. This is what I was talking about, how to subscribe to my YouTube page. The link is right there. You just literally hit the word subscribe, and that's it. Okay, and then now you have access to all my videos. As you guys know, or maybe don't know, there's no after-school in-person help yet anyway. All right, because of what's going on, we can't have any kids stay after school for extra help. So what I do instead is I just hold a big Google Meet from 2:15 to 3. All right, I will hold a big Google Meet, and all you guys have to do is click on the link, and I'm there from 2:15 to 3 to answer any questions that you guys have. All right. There may be some kind of thinking out there that I am in honors. I do not need extra help ever. Baloney. Okay, baloney. If you need extra help, you get into the Google Meet and you ask for help. All right, especially now. You guys aren't in class. You're in class half the time. All right, if you need help, get in here in the Google Meet and ask it from 2:15 to 3. What else do we have on here? If you are not able to log into your Connect ED, the textbook, because maybe you just forgot your username or password, or you're just having trouble. That's what this file is for right here, is all your textbook usernames and passwords. And then you can sign up to get the actual geometry textbook. All right. Quick show of hands or thumbs up, whatever you want to do. How many of you had the algebra one last year? You guys, most of you guys have used the algebra one. So it should be pretty simple. Use your same username and password, and now you just put in a different redemption code, and boom, you got the geometry book. All right. Also, when you guys start coming to class next week, if you are interested, I have actual copies of the textbook if you want to bring one home with you and keep it there for the year. But that's your call. Okay. The online one is great, and just keep it that way. But if you want a book too, that's up to you. All right. Okay. Back to classroom here. So if you cannot log on to get the textbook, all your usernames or passwords are there. And then these are just some videos if you're interested, how to submit assignment on Google Classroom. I know most of you have already done those in the past. How to use Cami and how to use Squid if you're unfamiliar with them. Okay. Next up, assignment sheets. All right. I will not, at the end of class, write on the board, okay, homework is page 286 with these numbers. I don't do that. I don't have time for that. I'm teaching right up to the bell. All right, so I'm not going to have time to write the homework on. So where do I find the homework then? One place is your assignment sheet. I will post one of these every Monday, and it will go through the entire week of topics we're going to do, homework assignments, and any test or quiz that are coming up. All right, so I already have this week and next week's up there. And if you haven't taken a look at it already, it's got everything you need. Okay, so tonight, it's just decide how you're going to do your homework, and I'll get to the homework in a second. Tomorrow night, we get after it. You actually have homework out of the packet. Okay, and I'll talk how to submit that in a second. So every single day, there's a topic and also what the homework is. And if you keep going down, yeah, we're not joking around. Next Thursday and Friday are your first quizzes of the year. Okay, so everything's on that assignment sheet. What's going on in class? It's right there on the darn assignment sheet. Okay? So that is also available on Google Classroom. Unit 1, every unit we do will have a packet associated with it for you to take notes in. The packet's already up there. Take a look at it, please. I will also have paper packets available for you guys coming in next week if you prefer to do pencil and paper, but that's your call. But tomorrow, by tomorrow at this time, you guys should already know how you're going to take notes electronically. All right, download the packet right there on Google Classroom. And how are you going to print it out yourself? Are you going to use Cami, Squid? How are you going to take notes tomorrow? Because we're getting after it. So that's your job tonight. How are you going to take notes? Also, with the homework, I post all the homework answers in advance. So not only do I want you to do the homework, I need you to check it too for me. All right, check it. Maybe in the past, some math teachers have written off the answers at the beginning of the class. Not this guy. All right. By the time we hit class and class begins at 10, whatever time we start here, 10:26, whatever. No. 10:26. By the time 10:26 starts, my first question to you is, hey guys, what are your homework questions? I'm not going over any answers. Okay, that's for you guys to look up on your own before you come to class. All right? And I think assignments, this is where I'll post all the assignments. None are scheduled yet because nothing's due until Friday. So your first assignment will be up there tomorrow morning. Okay? And then after quiz and test videos, I'll talk about in a second. And don't worry about the how-to construction videos yet. We're not there. We're not there in the course yet. All right? Okay, so any of you guys have questions about my Google Classroom page before I get to some other stuff? Anything I can answer about the page itself? Okay, let's move on. I talked about the textbook already. Go ahead, go.
I know that tomorrow we're still going to be online, but if we choose to take notes online tomorrow, we're still able to take once, after Monday, we're still able to take in person or on paper notes, right?
That's your call. You can take notes online the entire time, whether you're in person or home, or once you come to class on Monday or Tuesday and you want a paper copy of the packet, you can start taking it there. That is your call. I am not going to force you to take it one way or the other, okay? Other questions, guys? All right, I have already talked about textbook instructions. They're up on how to sign up is up on our Google Classroom page under Start of School Year. I've noticed already a lot of you have already signed up, which is great. I will have time at the end of today for you guys to sign up if you haven't already. All right, so that'll be at the end of class if you haven't. All right, submitting assignments. Here we go. Homework assignments. If you are in class, the homework that is due from the night before, I will just walk around and check it. All right, if you're in class, I will check the previous night's homework in class and walk around. If you are home that day, you will be expected to submit it using Google Classroom. Okay, I will not accept it emailed to me. All right, so here we go. Here's a scenario, everybody. Friday night, we have homework. Monday, I will check A through K who will be in class. L through Z will be home, so you will submit it using Google Classroom. Okay? If you are in class, I will just walk around and look at it. You do not need to submit it in Google Classroom. The only time you need to submit it in Google Classroom is if you are home that day. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay? If you're 100% remote, like I know a couple of you are, every single day you'll do Google Classroom submit. Go ahead, Adam. What's your question?
So I was looking over the syllabus, and it said for people at home to turn in the homework, it has to be 1 hour like after class is
Yep.
done.
I'm going to get to that right now. So our class ends at 11:08. All right. So I am going to expect, if you are home, the homework to be submitted in Google Classroom by 12:30. And I don't think that's a big ask out of you guys because it doesn't take that long to submit. You can do it in between classes, during a class, whatever it is. Okay, I just wanted an hour after because it's not fair to the people who are in class. I check right away, and you guys could not have even done it, and then you wait 2-3 hours to do it and submit it. That's not fair to everybody. So that's why I'm asking that it is due by 12:30 every day. Okay? So you guys that are home submitting it 12:30 every day, the homework assignment. All right? Okay, taking tests and quizzes in here. All right, how are we going to take tests and quizzes? Everything's going to be taken in class. All right, so if we have, so let me put the, do I still have it here? Let me bring up the assignment sheet for this week again. Okay, so next week, on Thursday, L through Z will be in class. They will be taking the first quiz. In class, on paper, traditional. A through K is going to be at home. What are you going to be doing at home? You are going to be watching the video to the next topic in the unit. All right? And that is why on the classroom page, you see this, after quiz test videos. I will post an Ed Puzzle video there for you guys to watch and answer questions. All right? And then the next day, I'm sure you guys could figure this out already. Next day, I'll have A through K in here on Friday, and they'll take the quiz while L through Z is at home watching the video. All right, so you will always take tests and quizzes in here in class in person. Now, what about the guys out and girls out there that are 100% remote? You will always take the quiz or test on the second day, regardless of what your last name starts with. I will put it as an assignment in Google Classroom, and you will submit it by the end of class while being on camera so I can take a look, making sure you're not going to different things. Okay, and the reason I always have the 100% remote learners take it on the second day, I'm sure you guys could probably answer that for me, is so they don't, if I have them taken on the first day, they can easily tell what's on the quiz and give it to everyone who's taken it on the second day. All right, so you guys out there that are listening right now that are 100% remote, regardless of what your last name starts with, you always take it on the second day. Okay, I will put an assignment on Google Classroom for you, and you'll turn it in by the end of class, and I'll make sure you're on camera taking the test. Okay. Any questions about quizzes and tests, guys? That's pretty much the same as what you're used to. If you're in class, you'll take it on paper. All right, syllabus. Let's go to the syllabus right now. Some of you guys, I'm sure I've already seen, have already taken an opportunity to look through the syllabus. Hopefully this is nice and easy for you guys. I try not to make it difficult. All right, right away here, I do want to, that's not a typo that I wrote the word honors in capital letters. Again, as I started this Google Meet off with you guys are the best of the best. That's what they tell me. And I'm going to treat you like that. And my expectation is I'm going to get that kind of effort from you guys. I don't want to hear, oh, I'm not that great at the remote. It didn't go well in the spring. I don't care. Don't care what happened in the spring with you, whether it was good or bad. All right. It's about getting the job done right now on September, what are we on, 9th? Okay. Getting the job done now. Don't make excuses with being in an honors level course. All right. He scares me. I don't care. All right. Figure out a way and ask as many questions as you guys can. All right. I don't care how many questions you ask. If your math ability, you don't think it is an honors level, I will work with you guys to get it there. All right. But I can't stand laziness in an honors level. You don't belong here then. All right. If you're going to produce laziness. All right. Sorry to be as real as I am and out forthgoing here, but that's how it is. Okay. Guys, I already talked about if you're absent, what the deal is. Best way is to access the YouTube channel. Also, if you're absent, you will see in Aspen a 0A for homework that night. That doesn't mean you got a 0. The A means you were absent and you still need to show me. Okay? When you show me, it will become a new grade. All right, but it'll stay a 0 until you guys show me. All right, so don't freak out. Tell mom and dad too at home. They may see a 0 and you didn't do your homework. No, relax. I was just absent and I have to show Mr. Carlino the homework. So that's what 0A means. But if you see a 0, that just means you didn't do it or it wasn't great. Okay, so 2 different things there. All right, most important thing probably to you guys. Where are these grades going to come from? It's an honors class, right? It's honors. 95% comes from your tests and quizzes. God, that seems like a lot. You're darn right it does. It's because it's an honors class. All right, there's no class participation grade. You brought me in a box of tissues, so I give you 3 bonus points. No. Welcome to the high school. Okay? 95% is going to be tests and quizzes. The other 5% comes from your homework. And I talked about how to hand that in. All right? Depending on if you're here or you're home. Your homework, guys, is a 0 through 3-point scale. 3 points, if it looks great, you have work shown, you put some effort into it. Okay? 0 points if you didn't do it, or this really gets me going and grinds my gears. You just put the answers with no work. Answers with no work. Yeah, of course you did, because you went on to Google Classroom and you just wrote the answers down because I posted. That doesn't tell me anything. Great, you're a good copier. Show me the work too, okay, guys? Show me the work. That goes along with all those answers. And then you get 3 points, no big deal. Supplies. Get them when you can get them. Okay, there's not going to be a supply check or a supply quiz. Guys, get these whenever you can get them. And however you organize yourself, it's fine with me. All right, I am not going to tell you, okay, in your binders, let's do a table of contents and put this page first. No. You guys are honors level students. You decide how you want to organize yourself. All right? There are 2 supplies that I do want to talk about in a little bit more detail. One is your graphing calculator. All right? Yes, there is one available on your Chromebooks. And I showed in my cheat sheet that I sent you guys how to obtain it if you don't have one. But, ready? Listen up for this part. When you take a test or quiz in here, you're in class taking a test or quiz, you're going to need an actual one. All right, so just a heads up on that. I can't allow you to use your Chromebook because I don't know what everybody is looking at. All right, yes, you may be using your calculator only, but I also can't tell what website you're going on to. So no Chromebook calculator for tests and quizzes. Adam, I'm ready.
I don't have a TI-84, but I have a Casio, and it's still a graphing calculator, and I used it last year, and it worked out fine.
It'll work out this fine. It'll work out this year fine too. Don't worry about it. Okay? Because I'll let, out of the 3 courses you guys take, Algebra, Geometry, and Algebra 2 next year, Geometry will use the calculator the least. Okay? And the second thing is a compass. All right? And I am not talking about north, east, south, and west type of compass. All right? We're not going to go camping anytime soon here. All right? I don't know if you guys can see this or not. All right? But we're talking about the compass with the point at one end and a pencil on the other. Put the point down on the paper and you can make some nice little arc marks with your pencil. And I suggest 2 because 1, they break very easily. And you can have 1 at home and keep 1 in your backpack if you're in class using it. Okay? So that's what I'm talking about for a compass. Any questions about the supplies, guys? And finally, extra help. I already talked about 2:15 to 3. You can hop on the Google Meet any day, and I'll be here to answer any questions. The second opportunity you have, and I know your schedules are pretty packed, but if any of you guys have study hall periods 3, 7, and 8, I have those periods free as well, so you could come to my classroom instead of your study hall. All right? If you plan on doing that, just give me a heads up beforehand. All right? If you have 3, 7, or 8 as a study hall or lunch, and you want to come here with me to work on some stuff, just let me know ahead of time. Okay? And before I said, I will work with you to no end to get you to an honors level. That's true. If Nothing works. Like, I can't do 2:15 to 3 for this reason. I don't have periods 3, 7, and 8. Guys, I'll schedule a Google Meet with you and some friends or whoever at 7 o'clock at night if I have to. All right, to get the job done. I want to make sure I answer all your questions and then you feel comfortable asking any questions with me. Okay, so do not be shy about asking for help. And then, yes, there is the little warning there. Be prepared to have some fun this year. I can see some last names that look familiar, so some of your siblings may have told you what you're in store for. You might have had friends that have had me before. We're going to have some fun this year, whether we're here remotely or full time. All right, we're going to have some fun and joke around a little bit. It's not always going to be math. Okay? So be ready for that. Okay? Be ready. And I hope some of you have some thick skin too. All right, because I like to bust some chops every once in a while and joke around with people. So hopefully you're ready for that. All right, roast a couple people. All right, last thing, there's a parent signature and a student signature. Please don't worry about that. Okay? Usually in the past, I'd have paper copies and everyone go home and show everybody at home and they sign it. Not this year. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay? Don't worry about it at all. You guys see it. Hopefully you show somebody at home too. If not, okay. All right, guys? Anything you want to ask me right now before I move on about how class is going to work here this year? We come in, I ask you homework. What do you got for me? Homework questions. Boom, boom, boom. I go over them. We hit up the notes for the day. And then if there's any time left, you guys can start the assignment for the day. Okay? Any questions from you guys? Andy, I got one. Go ahead.
Are we allowed to eat in class?
No. And that is not my rule. That's school rule. Okay, I believe, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, if you have art or music, you can eat in those classes. And if not, you don't have art or music and no free period on your schedule, then I believe it's 6th period. But something should have been communicated to you guys about that. So since we're not 6th period, no eating in class, and that's, again, usually on a regular year, sure, I don't mind it, but this year they're telling us you can't eat in class, so, okay. Go ahead, Sophia, what do you got for me?
This is only somewhat math related, but how necessary is a stylus, at least for these first 3 days? Because I don't know if I was given one at orientation or if I am like not able to find it or something, but right now I don't have a stylus and it may take me a little bit to figure out what's going on with that. Like, I don't know if it's part of the computer somewhere or what. Usually I'd like to prefer doing paper anyway, but I just think it'd be good to have it.
Yes, okay, so my answer to your first question there would be it's going to be pretty helpful because you are going to be writing down some definitions in the next couple of days. All right, and circling some stuff and taking notes, basically. My question back to you would be, did you go to the middle school last year or are you new to the district?
No, I went to middle school last year.
Okay, so you had your own Chromebook, right?
Yeah, but they gave us a stylus like at the beginning of the year.
Yep.
And when I got supplies this year, I didn't get one. So.
But you should have kept yours from the middle school though, right?
No, they told us to bring it back.
So did you get to keep your Chromebook over the summer?
No, we had to give it back in the last day of school. We gave everything related to our Chromebooks and stuff back. I know what you're talking about, Adam, and I see something at the bottom half. I just don't know what it is.
Okay, so you got Sophia, you got your Chromebook a couple weeks ago then.
I got my Chromebook, at orientation last week.
Okay, so what I would do is email the help desk here at the high school. All right, and I think it's just literally help desk, one word, at BethlehemSchools.org. And tell them your situation, that when you came to orientation, you received your Chromebook, you did not receive a stylus with it. Okay, and then I think that's the best way to get something done quickly. Okay?
All right.
Yeah, that's unfortunate that they messed up with your stylus. Because did everyone else, little show of a thumbs up, or did you get a stylus with your Chromebook when you picked it up? Everybody else here in class? Okay, yeah, I guess they just didn't give you your stylus.
I guess my question question is it a part of the Chromebook or was it a separate thing handed to you?
That is an answer, maybe one of your classmates.
It was part of the
Part of
Chromebook.
it.
So it was attached to it.
It's on the front edge of
I
it.
think I know what you guys are talking about. I just need to figure out how to get it out, but I'll do that.
Well, it's a bit stiff the first time around, so you want to get some nail in there just to
I used
like crowbar it out. That's what I did.
tried it out.
Okay.
Okay, I'm glad to know that it's something that you need to pry out and I'm not going to be taking it apart my Chromebook.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm part of the Chromebook.
There you go. Working together already on day one. I knew this fourth period was going to be a great class. Knew it already. All right, so any more questions about how class is going to run? I don't want to go over my time here either. 11:08. Okay. Anything else here, guys? Good to ask questions too. Nobody.
Will there be a Regents test at the end of the year?
Yes, there will be you guys didn't take one last year, algebra, but yes, they are planning on having the geometry Regents in June, which will cover our entire year here. Okay, so yes, there will be a Regents exam, and it will count towards your overall course grade, and yes, there will be a midterm. Well, as of right now, anyway, we'll see how things go, but yes, at the end of January, after the first semester is over, quarter one and quarter two, there will be a midterm that covers the first half of this course. Okay, so good questions. Good questions. Anything else comes up, let me know here. All right, taking notes demo. I don't know if anybody thought of this. I'm going to go over it real quick, but I just thought of it last week that you're going to have on your computer, you're going to have a Google Meet going, which shows me taking the notes. And then how are you going to take notes on the same Chromebook, right? Kind of need two screens at the same time. All right, you're certainly not having two Chromebooks opened up, right? So how do I get those two screens? So that's what I want to go over quickly right now is how to get those two screens. The first thing you guys want up is making sure you have our Google Meet up, okay? So what I'm going to do here, and it's kind of hard for you, I don't know how well you guys can see me right now, but what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take that tab, that's my Google Meet, and I'm going to drag it out so it becomes its own window right now. Okay, so right now I have a brand new window. I have two windows open, just Google Meet and everything else. And what I'm going to do here in the top right-hand corner, you guys see the X, the two squares, and looks like the subtraction symbol. I'm going to hit the two squares, and that shrinks it a little bit, minimizes it, but I still need it smaller. So I'm going to come all the way over to the side and drag it over. So I'm making it smaller, smaller, smaller. So my Google Meet, which will have me taking the notes, is right here. And then on the other window, whether you use Squid, Canny, whatever you're working with, I'm also going to press the two squares again to minimize it. And I'm going to drag it right next to it and make it bigger or smaller if I need to. So as you guys can see right now, I have those two windows open. I'm going to be doing the notes on the Google Meet, and then you guys will be right here doing the notes. If you're taking it on paper, you don't have to worry about that, but just something to think about. Okay, so you guys aren't shocked tomorrow and we don't have to waste time about, oh, I didn't think about that. And you're not going, because the last thing I want you to go is tab, keep going back and forth and trying to copy down the notes and not listen. All right, so make sure you know what your plan is tomorrow. Okay, make sure you know what your plan is as far as taking the notes go. I like the side-by-side windows, but that's your call. Okay? And last thing I have for you guys is ask a ton of questions. I've already said that. Okay? Ask a ton of questions. All right? Don't be ashamed. Don't be bashful. Do not get in the mindset of, I am an honors level student. I do not ask questions. No. That's what this class is for. All right? You're going to learn a little geometry. You're going to learn how to put in some hard work and how it pays off. And also how asking questions isn't that bad of a thing either. Okay, anything else I can answer for you guys? I think I went over almost everything I needed to go over. Oh, last thing. Since I don't know what some of you guys are doing at home, all right, it looks like you're looking at me and paying attention from my end right now in the classroom, but hey, you could be shopping for clothes for all I know, all right now, and I wouldn't even know it. All right. So how am I going to call on you guys? All right. Tomorrow, I am going to assign everybody a number 1 through 27. All right. At some point during our discussion, I am going to randomly generate a number. Number 1, you got the answer. All right. So it kind of forces you guys to be on your toes and to be paying attention to what's going on. That's how I call on people. And that's how I'm going to call on you when half of you are here and half of you are home. All right, just to keep you on your toes. All right, so hopefully that doesn't make people scared or skittish or anxiety ridden, but that is how I call on people. And yes, it's random. Literally, it's random. You may get called on 3 times in one class. You may not get called on in 2.5 weeks, depending on the numbers that come up. All right, so that's how I'm my approach to calling and hearing from you guys. Plus, I want to learn your names, learn a little something about you too. All right. All right, guys. Anything else you want to ask before we close up shop? Because I don't want to keep you any longer. We got 4 minutes left anyway. But last opportunity for questions. Anything? If something comes up between now and tomorrow's class, email me. All right, I'll answer it right away. Okay, don't be ashamed to email me either. Okay, so here's your job tonight. How are you going to take notes tomorrow? And sign up for that textbook. Those are your 2 jobs tonight. Sign up for the textbook. How are you going to take notes when I start right from the get-go tomorrow? All right. It was great seeing all of you and meeting all of you. Hopefully I didn't scare any of you away. We're going to have a great time this year. Great time. Adam?
How many subscribers do you have?
I have no idea. You have a living legend as your geometry teacher, just letting you know. All right, we'll get into that as the year goes on, but you can take a look at some of the views. All right, it's pretty legendary. All right. All right, guys, just to let you know, your next period class, period 5, starts at 11:13. Okay, 11:13, wherever you're going for period 5. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. It was great meeting you guys, and I am looking forward to getting after it tomorrow, and I hope you guys are too. All right, buckle up. Have a good day, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, thank you.
Thank you.